of onus here on Dread once again to actually help keep some of those lanes stable, but like Keen is going to be fine against Gwen on this Kennen matchup. Bottom side of the map, you know, it's Varus versus Ezreal, so that's where things can get a little bit iffy, you know, with lethality versus...
Yeah, and this is with blue buff. He does not have red. He's going in there, trying to dive as the teleport will come out. Leo easily picks up the first blood. Arthur here extremely low. Keen with the flash. He is going for the kill, and he will easily pick it up here with that summoner advantage. Speaking of which, how about some more early game skirmishing in favor of AFREECA? They get another kill in the mid lane as well.
Well, where did you think Dread was? Oh boy, this is already looking like game one. Bottom side, let's see if I can actually get an advantage elsewhere. You're not going to be able to make that impact. And like you said, there's no red buff here for Arthur. You see the early ignite come through, and Vista gets easily cleaned up. Arthur takes an extra turret shot, and Keen flashes forward, and that's all there is to it. I mean, it's a really nice teleport. Has the ward there.
And this one is the question mark we were talking about before. Chovy aggressively trading and flying. I mean, he sets it up perfectly. Chovy does not respond flash or anything. No respect.
Which just makes Chovy's life a lot more frustrating here in the mid side of the map. He can't actually push for advantages in Prio as safely.
Oh no. There's a level 6 rumble right there where you were trying to escape to as the teleport will come in, but it's a little bit late. Let's see if Dudu can close the gap here. Might be able to pick up Leo, but Dread is immediately going to turn around and try to push him away, and it will work out at the end of the day as Leo will survive.
He does survive this lane.
All right, Keen should know something's up here with Dudu's positioning. They're going to clear the wave. There's no teleport on their team except on Keen. As now 2-on-1, the Slicing Maelstrom does come out, but the damage is not there. Chovy also coming up, not able to actually get an assist, but they will finally take the kill onto Keen.
And they have bought Prio here, and, you know, Dread knows he's not going to be able to go up there and stop this from happening. So even though they end up getting that kill and actually starts to get online here and get fed, the set's always going to be the one catching the waves and trying to play a little bit more passive. That gives him more agency on the map.
Uh-oh, Lahan's getting caught out big time here. He does not have flash, and even Chovy comes over and scoops up the kill. Maybe this is the way HANWA Life make their way back in the game. They're closing the gap, getting kills on the map. Not necessarily getting big objectives, but you know, they're keeping that gold lead not too far away. As the equalizer does come out, Chovy will have the phase rush and the flash, so he will get out once again.
And so now the Prowler's Claw's up. This is a world where HANWA Life could start to take some of these 2v2 fights, some of these 3v3 fights, especially when they have vision advantage.
Look at how well Keen is baiting this out here. No flash, of course, on Dudu. Not even the ghost, and he is just gone. As Keen was just pulling him down the lane like he's pulling the strings like a puppet master. Able to put him in position for the death.
Yeah, that was really well played. Gets inside of the mist, so he can still hit that stun. The Slicing Maelstrom there. Back, so Fly does force Chovy away a little bit here. And AFREECA absolutely do have a great skirmishing comp. They want to fight for this.
Okay, they're going to try to get on in here. That equalizer is just so insane. It was perfectly placed, but here's the turn as Dudu's in. Trying to get that damage down on a fly, but he's a set. Remember, those sets in the LCK, they never die. And it seems like, you know, Keen was coming down, but AFREECA couldn't find a way to turn that once again on his arrival.
Sets up when Dread's like, okay, well, maybe I'll just stick around here because he wants to see if they're actually going to collapse on the Drake because AFREECA want to back away.
He was starting there.
I mean, we've seen so many symptoms of this problem for AFREECA. Oh, no. Lehens.
This is, I mean, this can't keep happening. Like,
yeah, this is throw-worthy.
It's just the lack of respect of the Thresh pick. Like, you don't have vision there. You can't just run straight at the Thresh. Yeah, you have potential for just straight-up engage with the hands, but there's also a chance that he just evaporates, right, with how much damage there is on the side of HANWA Life. As, speaking of which, they're just going to try to evaporate the Baron here. And here we go again. Lahan's this time will blast away. Nice engage from Fly on the other side. And the equalizer is massive. AFREECA, they find the angle. Chovy was nowhere to be found as the rest of HANWA Life were just getting in onto that objective very confidently. And AFREECA saying, no, you will not. We will take the Baron instead.
It's almost like everything we just said and everything that HANWA Life is strong at, being on the side lanes, pushing, not dealing with the grouped up AFREECA, was just completely disregarded by HANWA Life. Like, why don't we actually fight AFREECA at the strongest right before we are fully online? And not only that, why not try to set up I mean, goodbye. Get us ult over the
Yeah,
wall
well.
here. But like, why not even try to put the cherry on top, put Vista in the pixel brush and have him set up for.
Yeah.
I think it's the only thing you can't do is HANWA Life.
We're not in a position now where, well, let's take a look at this. If Chovy is still in this brush. Yes, they are going to collapse on a fly here. And I don't know if there's any escape for him, actually. He does not have his flash. He gets over the wall, and he is the set. He's actually looking to turn this around. Does a nice amount of the damage, and now his team is following up. Lahen's going to miss the knockup. Now HANWA Life looking to turn as in comes Vista. And they actually have a way to turn it back here. Leo gets the 1 kill, but now 3v1. It doesn't look like he'll have a chance to get out, even blows his cleanse. And HANWA Life finds another pick somehow, some way.
Set, sometimes you can turn it, but you really are starting to see the power. Okay, Keen.
What?
You wanted that turret real bad.
Where did the Gwen go? For here to this top lane.
Time to be decisive, AFREECA. If you can't cut these 2 players off,
yeah.
What can you do? I mean, Chovy has Realm Warp.
Make the decision, make the engage. It's what you got to do, but Chovy is incredibly scary right now, but the miss on the Dredge line, or rather on the Death Sentence. Here we go, trying to get in, and there is that engage, but double Zhonya's comes in, and it denies so much damage, but here comes Lahen's, gets a 3-man knockup on the backline, but it just does not matter, as still Chovy is alive, still Dudu is alive. Will he get in that backline? No, Set is doing so much damage, as now Leo has him as a frontline. Chovy, though, is still alive, and this is what we wanted out of this later game. Fly looking for the engage on a Deft, who does not have a lot of mobility. That's the harpoon landed.
Better late than never here, AFREECA, to look for this engage.
Ooh, he gets it! Leo takes him out, and that's 50 seconds on the death timer.
That's massive. They are going to be able to start this here. Okay, it's teleporting over here. I was like, I don't think you could stop that. I think he was teleporting to the Baron. But this is finally AFREECA making the call, and it was on Lahen's who actually made the really big play to trap everybody from behind so that Fly could actually do that damage. Now Chovy is going to come over here, and we'll trade the Mountain Drake. But this is going to be a lot of power on the map here for AFREECA, and it's really going to limit the amount of split pushing. Once again, that HANWA Life Esports can do 1-3-1 versus Baron buff minions. As look at where Lahen's is on the minimap right now. He's so incredibly far away. And when Fly first comes in here and you see the Zhonya's coming down for Keen, it feels like, oh, this might just not be enough. They turn until Lahen shows up. You're like, oh, no, this is in fact a 5v5 fight. So well played by Lahen. Even stopwatches here. And look at what Set can do.
Look at Fly.
You have Haymaker is actually so broken.
I mean, that was a sick engage. I mean, the timing on that was so crazy.
I mean, he had the fight, he had the start of the fight, and he had the end of the fight. Like, both parts of it. Gets away, goes back to the fountain, and then the perfect Q here from Leo.
And set up by Dread as well, from the Baron push away. Yeah. But as you mentioned, I mean, at this point in the game, 35 minutes in, you die, it's like 60-second death timer. Now, Chovy is just doing the split pushing thing. This is what we wanted to see, but up against the Baron push, he will have to come back eventually.
Yeah, no teleport, so he has to slow back to return. And I don't think there's, he didn't buy a return ticket. He's like, okay, well, you guys are going to have to defend those Nexus turrets if they go in, because I'm trading this for an inhibitor. That's the plan. Keen actually will come back and respawn here. Okay. Doesn't get the inhibitor, which is critical. And I'm going to press Q, and like that's all I do in these fights.
Yeah.
He actually has to really step up, and so far he has, right? Yeah, that's what's exciting about this to me is even though it's still on the second champion we know he's found great success on this season, the consistency is there. So you're no longer okay, well, we better play Orianna or Control Mage.
Okay, they're just going to go for this one, and he ran straight into it, but they still have so much damage. Down goes the Hecarim, and here's the flank coming in from Keen. Even the exhaust can't save him, and down goes Chovy, and just like that, HANWA Life throw any chance that they had of winning this game away.
So careless, such an aggressive realm where they're into a set, and you don't know where Keen is. He comes in, and yeah, you have the damage, so you feel like, okay, it's going to be okay. If we burst him down, doesn't matter. You know, through that face breaker, we're actually going to pull this off, but no, Keen is fed. You know, he's got a Void Staff. He comes on the flank, and that's it.
Is desperately trying to clear these minions. They don't have Fly, so they don't have a lot of tankiness, and you can see Deft is trying to push them away, but the damage, it looks like, is there. Deft is just way too low, and down will go the Nexus. Nice try on that last piercing arrow. They're going to wait and try to get Deft first, and they will take him down. That's going to be the 2-0 for AFREECA Freeks. It got a little bit spicy there at the middle and end.